Hello and welcome to another Fox 29 in Focus special. I am photojournalist Bill Rohrer, and for the next half hour, I'll share with you some of the stories I've been working on and highlight some extraordinary people. We have a lot packed in this show, so let's get rolling. First up, a local man proves nothing is impossible after an accident that nearly killed him. He's working day in and day out, never skipping a beat to get back to the life he had before. Fox 29 photojournalist Shane McGackran and I met up with the Miracle Man. Even when summer has faded, Ocean City, New Jersey still gives people the chance to escape. At the local gym on 9th and Asbury Avenue,
here we go.
58-year-old Frank McLaughlin
Rack. Outstanding.
tries to escape from pain.
So they tell me when I do the upper body, it also helps my bottom.
Day after long day, weight after more weight, Frank will not stop.
We just try to tell him Sunday's God's active rest day, Frank.
So I sneak in.
And for him, it's a full-time job.
I've dedicated 749 days in a row to this.
All made a little easier in his favorite pair of work boots.
I'm a construction worker. That's what I did. So I've had boots for 40 years.
But to walk in Frank's boots, you have to know his story. 2 years ago, Frank was working on the outside of a house and fell.
Went blank. I know it was November 5th. I was told I fell 35 feet.
On the way down, Frank says he came in contact with 10,000 volts of electricity.
I was defibrillated 3 times.
Doctors gave Frank a 10% chance of walking again. An uphill battle.
20 weeks after his injury, climbing his ladder.
But Frank was up for the challenge.
Minute and a half.
You know, you're looking at a minimum of 18 months for almost everything to be back 100%.
Frank's drive has brought him to work out with trainers Fritz Hastings.
He's amazing.
And Mark Implazio.
I didn't know Frank. I didn't know what to expect. So his work ethic is unmeasurable.
Frank moving towards a goal that's not out of reach.
I almost feel cocky confident right now that I'm getting it.
Countdown 1 minute.
Some say it's a miracle.
Yeah, you could call him the Miracle Man. But we like to call him Frank.
He was literally dead 3 times. If you live from that, you should celebrate.
Step. Good.
Frank has leaped over many obstacles.
All right.
He spends more than 2 hours a day at the gym before his daily massage to keep his muscles loose. His routine ends with acupuncture.
Needles everywhere.
To stimulate the body's natural healing abilities. A full day's work with an army of people by his side. Back home for a short rest, then at it tomorrow. A splash of normalcy.
Can you believe I made it?
Before old photos remind Frank how far he's come.
What do you think when you see yourself there?
Can't believe I did it. People didn't think I could do it. But I did it.
With one thing left to finish.
You told me your goal was to finish what you started at that house.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going back on that roof.
Expect nothing less from a man that never quits. Coming up, we meet a country legend.
Hey, good looking, what you got a cooking? Hey, how's about a cooking something up with me?
Welcome back. Now, you know, sometimes you meet someone so special they knock your socks off, or in this case, your cowboy boots. For the next story, Shane McGackran and I take a long ride out to the country and meet legendary Al Shade.
And a pleasant good morning, friends, and hi there, neighbor.
About 40 miles east of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, is Myerstown. A peaceful, quiet place where the classic sounds of country live on.
Oh, baby. Baby, you want me to sing a song?
And it's where we met 95-year-old country legend Al Shade.
Gotta have my baby back.
A one-of-a-kind personality that has performed since he was 12.
'Cause I love you, sweet baby, sweet. I was so bashful, you know. I used to sing in the hallway of my house and sometimes in the living room. I just gotta have my baby back.
Al is blessed with a gift to tell stories.
My first guitar was a $5 Gene Autry guitar. You know, I played all over Pennsylvania. The people said, hey, there's the Goose Pimple Kid.
In his day, Al and his late wife Jean shared the stage with pretty much everyone.
Oh, yeah?
Dolly Parton, Porter Wagner, Farron Young. Hey!
These days, Al still performs.
Hey, good looking. What you got a cooking? Hey, how's about a cooking? Something up with me.
Whether it's in his garage or down in his basement studio.
It's me, your little old goose pimply kid Al Shade. We're country, and how about you?
The same studio he recorded his first of 22 albums.
You're listening to the finest country sounds from miles around.
The studio is a place where Al shines.
Oh my, yeah. You're cuckoo, caw-caw.
To work on 3 one-hour internet radio shows a week.
Without making one mistake.
With no signs of slowing down.
I'm 95 and I'm still alive.
You see, Al is the oldest performing country artist in the United States. His magical voice, good enough to keep the lights on, and the record spinning for the last 70 years.
Potter County was made by the hand of God, but the devil made 3 Mile Island. It's just something that you're born with. That's all I can say.
Well, howdy there.
Coming up next, we got a couple of songs here.
She's my rose of old Kentucky.
Motivated by his love of country music,
I just rode by and
making people smile.
I didn't realize that for years and years and years. And now that makes me feel so good that I'm making people happy. We're country and proud of it. You know what I mean? Are you happy that you came today?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at there. See that?
bye for now and take care.
So long for now and be a good neighbor, won't you?
Up next, a local man turned his passion into a new career.
Here's all the magazines that are not Life magazines from April of 1967.
We take a look inside a vintage magazine shop that honors our veterans. Now, for the next story, we meet a New Jersey man who collected over 25 tons of magazines. Yeah, that's right, 25 tons. Might sound a little crazy, but when you meet him and he explains why, it all starts to make sense.
Here's all the magazines that are not Life magazines from April of 1967.
After 40 years, Fran DeBacco's passion is finally on display at the Vintage Magazine Nostalgia Center in Paulsboro, New Jersey.
This is how we are. This is what America's all about.
Over 100,000 weekly magazines dating back to the 1900s line every inch of the floor to ceiling.
Read again, it's going to be on the top.
More magazines than you can imagine.
And it's probably around 25 tons.
25 tons?
Tons, yes.
Too much for just one room to hold. Fran has 3.
And everybody says, well, how long will it take you to do this? And, you know, I got an idea here, an idea there, and...
It all started with Life magazine.
Originally, I just wanted to collect the entire run from 1936 to 1972 as a weekly.
Then Fran noticed one, which had his birthday on the cover. that led to this idea.
It'll be 1967.
We sell them as birthday gifts, especially for the greatest generation and also the baby boomers.
It's a way to connect with the younger generation, too.
And now I'm really immersed into it because I think that it's a nice way to teach.
Even the cars are pretty back then.
Part magazine shop, part history lesson.
The magazine is the quintessential time capsule.
April 7th, 1952.
If you want to get a flavor of just what things were like.
It doesn't matter the publication. Fran collects them all.
Here the guy taking his kid to a ball game and the kid falls asleep and he's got to leave the game.
The Saturday Evening Post was one of the most widely circulated magazines in the country, and it started in Philadelphia.
They were professionals at every level of these magazines. Well, the crazy thing, he would have been, he was born 1921, so he would have been, this come year, he'd be 103. In 1943, we were a year and a half into World War II, Life magazine got a list of every soldier, sailor, Marine, military, male, female that was killed.
In black and white print.
Vincent Joseph DeBacco.
His brother killed serving his country. Fran says it's part of the reason he started this collection.
And I think that was of me trying to get a feeling of what it was like when he was growing up. I mean, I don't know, I just psychoanalyzed myself.
A way to keep history alive and remember all who served.
And then you'll see the American flag down at the other end. So without the Veterans Wall and the American flag wall, there would be none of these decades in between. So we have to continually thank our veterans for everything they've done.
A passion built from love of country and family.
Wasn't that place great? Now, Fran plans to open up the vintage magazine shop to the public in a few weeks. Up next, we join a bubble hockey league.
These are people that I probably wouldn't even have a chance to meet, but anyway, in this situation here.
So growing up, I loved to play bubble hockey. I actually thought I was pretty good until I met a group of local players at their bi-weekly league night. Let's say it didn't go well for my game.
It is league night inside John Gaffney's Ben Salem apartment.
Guys, as soon as I have these entered, I'm going to be calling out the first set of games.
He has 3 bubble hockey tables going at once.
Ferocious team, ferocious. Once the matchups are set, I put them in a computer program and it'll tell me who's playing who on what table.
14 players, including myself, battle for the top spot in the league. Right now, Jimmy Schwartz is dominating the competition.
I have been playing since I was about 18, 19 years old. I save again.
He's been playing so long, other players started to figure out his big moves.
A lot of these guys, you play with them so long, like I said, for 14 years, they know your tendencies, they know what you like to do. Sometimes you have to change it up every single night or every single time you come here.
That's an iceberg. Yeah.
Against me, players scored at will.
Really, you aim it for the middle of the hump, and it kind of arches to your center, and then you put it, and then you shove it in.
Tom Spiegel drove all the way from Reading, and after a 25-year layoff, he started playing the game at John's.
You know, it's almost like riding a bike. It comes back to you.
Most players need at least a few nights to get the hang of the game.
Nothing was prepared me for when I first joined the league. I mean, they lumped me up the first couple seasons.
Practice makes perfect.
Never played it really, other than, like I said, during intermission in a Flyers game, you know. And it just, you know, I was hooked. I was hooked the first time I played it, you know.
This all started 20 years ago when John and his friend Jim Bernard entered a local tournament.
It was a doubles tournament. We won that tournament. We won the next one that we entered in. A day later, we won the New Jersey National Championships, and we had no idea at all about any of it. We both had to take a little bit of time off of work to drive all the way up there.
The two represented New Jersey in the Bud Light Bubble Boy hockey tournament. Memories from the tournament still on display after all these years.
A lot younger, a lot skinnier, a lot more brown as opposed to gray.
The pictures may have faded, but the friendships have not.
The group of guys I have are not just good players, but they're incredible people, which I think means more than even the actual gameplay itself. You know, we're doing something on a Tuesday night that might be a dead night for everybody, but for 2 or 3 hours, we can come here, we can hang out, we can play a game that we love, and get to spend time with each other.
These are people that I probably wouldn't even have a chance to meet, but anyway, with this situation here.
After playing one night in the league, I realized my game needs some work, finishing the night with 1 win and a few ties. Not bad for the first night back. Coming up, I look into the In Focus archives and let you re-meet a man with a few tricks he has out on the links. Now it's time to go back into the archives to re-meet a golf trick shot artist that will leave you speechless.
All right, I'll just keep hitting.
In golf, they say practice makes you, well, a little better than you were before.
It's just trial and error, see if things work.
Josh Kelly is at the practice range a few days a week.
Pretty cool little quick shot.
Not only working on his swing, but his tricks as well.
You gotta keep doing them over and over, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Hey, there it is. Stand like this, throw it between her legs, spin, and then see if we can hit one. You know, sometimes I hit the ball better out of the air than I do off the ground.
For Josh, this has been part of his life since he was 11. A television commercial featuring Tiger Woods juggling a golf ball with ease. Now seen on YouTube was his motivation.
Started bouncing with one hand.
Josh practiced and practiced.
Switched to the other. That resonated to me as a kid because I was like, wow, you know, golf can be a lot of fun. It doesn't have to be boring.
For over 4 years, Josh has created hundreds of videos featuring himself doing tricks.
I just started spending a few hours a week. You know, I'd come home from work and just head to the course and practice some trick shots that I had in mind. You know, I'd be thinking about trick shots all day while I was working and driving home.
Millions view them. So much so, Josh was able to quit his job as a welder and crane operator. Now he spends more time on the course, doing what he loves.
I've gotten recognized in Chick-fil-A, I've gotten recognized in Boston a couple months ago. At golf tournaments, I get recognized a lot, so there's a good amount of that.
He's been featured during major golf events and caught the eye of his childhood idol.
He brought me out to Vegas to do a live show for him and a few hundred of his guests. I was really nervous because he's kind of the reason why I do what I do. Driving home from the course, I said, wow, I just did a trick shot with Tiger Woods. I called my dad up and thanked him for taking me out to the par 3 when I was a kid. And I was like, hey, I think my dreams came true there.
Josh is now sharing the game he loves with his 2 kids, showing them dreams are not far out of reach. All you have to do is work hard and have a little fun along the way. He was pretty cool, right? Now, I hope you enjoyed everyone you met here on this special. If you have someone I should profile for an upcoming In Focus, reach out to me on my Bill Rohrer Fox 29 Facebook page. I'll be happy to hear from you. Thanks for watching.